Good evening. It's 6 o'clock on Friday, June 24th, 2016. Welcome and thank you for joining us tonight for the English edition of Aura News, where we bring you today's top stories translated into English every weeknight. The Albanian Minister of Foreign Issues reacted to Britain's vote to exit from the European Union. In an exclusive interview with Il Vitare, the minister says that this referendum puts the UK and even the EU itself in a very difficult position, and that this is a bad day for them both. The Minister of Integration also reacted to Britain's exit from the European Union, considering it a sad day for the EU, but she stressed that Albania will continue with its integration project. In a telephone interview for Aura News, the Minister of Integration said, "It's a negative message, but I hope it turns into a force to continue towards entrance into the European Union. The European Union's philosophy will not change, but not its basis. Albania's process continues, and we are determined and confident to move further. We must continue with our efforts to achieve European standards," she said. Meanwhile, the Vice Prime Minister said that the European Union remains the only destination for Albanians and the Balkans. Today marks 2 years from the day Albania was accepted as an EU candidate country. Undoubtedly, Brexit news has raised many doubts the future of the EU, but the European project for the Albanians and other aspirants in the Balkans is and remains the only dream and destination. It is already a common challenge to turn this project into an inspiration for all the peoples of Europe, said the Vice Prime Minister. The Ad Hoc Commission of the Judicial Reform continued today with its work to review the laws of the constitutional package for the judicial reform. The Commission discussed the bill on functioning of the judiciary and the bill on the statute of the prosecutors and judges. According to the member of the Commission, Mrs. Vasilika Haysi, the bill on the statute of the prosecutors and judges guarantees immunity from politics and criminal groups. The law clearly stipulates the administration's statute and the judiciary's services. The law emphasizes a better organization of the courts. The second law defines the statute of the judges and prosecutors. Only the honest judges and prosecutors will stay in the system. There will be an increase of salaries for judges and prosecutors. The citizens will have a judiciary that will offer a faster service, she said. The law on functioning of the judiciary toughens the criteria for the appointment, also transferring and promoting of judges. The law aims to enhance the performance of the judiciary's administration. Tirana's court has declared the Democratic Party chairman innocent. Mr. Basha was sued by the Minister of Health for slander after declaring that the minister benefited from €31 million by abuses of concessions. The prosecution and judging body both declared that there were no elements of criminal offense in the DP chairman's statements. The Minister of Health immediately reacted to the court's decision, declaring that he will continue with his legal battle and that the court and the prosecution have legitimated slander with this decision. Both the prosecution and the court confirmed that those who deal with politics are allowed to slander. Slander has been legitimized. The court's decision legitimated slander as a healthy way to inform the public. I will continue in my efforts to rebuild the institution of free speech in Albania, said the Minister of Health. The Democratic Party also reacted to the case through a statement issued to the media from the Democratic Party headquarters. In its reaction, the Democratic Party says that despite the blackmails, Tirana's court found that accusations of corruption are not slander. According to the Democratic Party, the Minister of Health is a champion of theft. The Democratic Party chairman, Mr. Basha, met with Kamsa's citizens today, to whom he presented his governing platform, which is based on tax cuts, opening new jobs, and investments in infrastructure. Mr. Basha listened to the citizens' concerns about the tax directory's pressures on businesses, high fines, and the removal of economic aid for needy families. Business owners complained about the decrease of purchasing power. prompting the Democratic Party chairman to promise a better situation. Tax reduction will be the first step, he said. The second step will be public investments, which will be used for economic aid, increasing salaries, and for pensions. Public money will not be spent on luxuries. The needy families will not pay for energy up to 300 kilowatts. The same will be made with water. Investments in infrastructure will open new jobs, which will be a priority of my government, declared the DP chairman, adding that investments will not be made based on political distinctions. Meanwhile, the mayor of Kamsa declared that the right-wing city halls are being discriminated against and that the government has not given any money for the 96 projects Kamsa City Hall has presented. The giant oil company Shell has begun drilling for oil in the Berat area. Prime Minister Edi Rama and the Minister of Energy were present at the activity. The Prime Minister said that it is an important thing that foreign companies are coming to invest in Albania. According to the Prime Minister, at a time when the oil prices are falling, such investments are an important message for Albania. The Prime Minister added that the Albania of the next generation is being built with the reforms the government is undertaking, along with such investments. The Minister of Energy stressed that the newly signed contract is based in the new law on hydrocarbons that balances state and private interests. The minister declared that the contract will make Albanian interests transparent. This is one of the most serious investments in Albania, and I want to thank Shell Company, which continued with its program in Albania, despite the difficulties the oil industry is going through. Shell has interrupted its program in many other countries, but it is continuing with its program in Albania. A budget of $400 million will be invested over the coming years, and this shows that Shell's interest in Albania is high, said the Minister of Energy, adding that the oil discovered is of the best quality, but that the company is making its own analysis. Drilling in the Berat area is expected to last a year, with its costs predicted at $72 million. The opposition had an immediate reaction, with the Democratic Party's secretary declaring that the foreign investors are actually leaving the country because of increased taxes and a deterioration of the business climate. The General Director of the Agency of Legalization explains the government's decision today, which defines the procedures and rules for transferring the right of ownership. All citizens who have illegally built but are in the process of legalizing their property will not have to worry any longer about paying for the notary service. The head of the Agency of Legalization explains that according to a government decision, citizens no longer need to go to the notary and pay their service fee to transfer ownership rights, as the Agency of Legalization will do this. Mr. Lamé said that the government's decision has standardized procedures for granting land to housing builders. The head of the Agency of Legalization invited all interested parties to compete for the 300 jobs offered by the agency, who are looking for professionals such as architects, urban planners, surveyors, construction engineers, and topographers. The mayor of Tirana inaugurated the children's playground and public space at Mine Peza Street. The project took about 2 months to complete, and the mayor said that such an investment model will be followed in all administrative units. We have tried to unite the generations through these playgrounds and recreational spaces. Children cannot stay without their grandparents, without their parents, so it's nice to have sufficient space for them all. As children are playing, their parents or grandparents have the opportunity to rest. This model will be followed in the 12 other major neighborhoods. Not everyone can go every day to the playground at the lake, but for daily needs, the children can play in playgrounds near their own neighborhoods, said the mayor, who also promises investments in the field of sports. I'm glad to announce that together with the Basketball Federation, we have launched a campaign to build sports fields in every neighborhood, to turn more children to the sport of basketball. I believe this is a decision made in the right direction, said Villiers. Besides the sports aspect, the 3,400 square meters in the Mine Peza Street will serve each age group, as it has spaces dedicated to children and adults. The playground construction lasted about 2 months and was an investment made by the municipality. That's all for our English edition this evening. Please join us again Monday through Saturday at 6 p.m. for your local news in English. My name is Mari, and on behalf of Aura News, thank you and good night.